what metric would you say is most important and most indicative of a successful pro bettor? To give some examples: total profit, ROI, win percentage, etc. In my opinion, there's a couple of things that we look for, but certainly total profit / ROI stand out like a sore thumb. The bettor is very profitable. The bettor has a high return on investment. Those are positive things. If they're not profitable and they have a negative ROI, it's less important. And winning percentage to me is not really that important, because if you're talking about a dog player in MLB, for example, they can win 40, 45% of their wagers and still make a whole bunch of money. They win half their wagers, they can make a fortune. You're betting futures or long shots or other type of things. Win percentage is not the key factor. But the one thing that wasn't on this list, closing line value, CLV. That's something that a lot of pros grade themselves on to try to figure out, are they getting the best of the number? When you're getting the best of the number, in theory, you're going to have a better chance to win. That being said, we've all got shoeboxes full of tickets with excellent closing line value. You get the closing line value trophy, and it doesn't necessarily bring you winners. What's your thought, Marco? What's the most important metric for gauging how successful a capper is? I got to say profit, but CLV, ROI, where do you go?
Yeah, for me, ROI is, one of the biggest indicators, and you hit the nail on the head about win percentage. That's the least valuable of a metric to look at, because you gave the one side of the coin, saying if you're betting underdogs and so forth. If you're somebody that's betting a lot of chalk, okay, and you're at 55%, 56%, which anybody would be happy with in a normal sport, you're losing money. If you're playing big favorites in baseball, you'll get carried out with a 56% win percentage. So that's the least important. ROI, I put the most importance on that, because there's a lot of different things that you got to take into consideration. Total profit's total profit. At the end of the day, you can't take that away. But there's different ways to get to total profit, Teddy. Are you somebody that is, winning 10 units and you only got 20 plays? Or are you somebody that's won 10 units and you've had 200 plays? There is a difference there on how you got to it. Both of you ended up with the same amount of profit, but it's that risk to reward, and not everybody's bankroll is the same. And that's why I look at ROI. The number is there, what you're returning every time you're wagering a dollar. And if you're a high volume guy, your ROI is going to be lower, but you're getting more action in. And that's what they try to do. They're grinding it out, shotgun approach, whatever it is. Whenever you're a lower volume player like myself, you're going to have a tendency to generally have a higher ROI when you're showing a profit, meaning you're putting less money at risk to get that profit. And those are the things that I look at. And you got to be comfortable as a player. I'm not saying either way is the right way or the wrong way. You need to play the comfortable way for you, what you can do on a daily basis, because anybody can play anybody's style for 1, 2, 3 days. It's when you can do that over a long period of time and not feel effects if you do have runs that go both ways, as we all know.
And when it comes to ROI, I just want to add one more thing here. When it comes to ROI, the cappers who are betting, let's say, golf futures, Coke can hit a 60 to 1 and an 80 to 1 and a 40 to 1. And there's no way Coke is going to have the best ROI for the year. You're not. For a capper like me, there's no way I'm going to be able to step in front of that when he's hitting multiple 40 and 60 and 80 to 1 winners. Those are awesome when you get them, But ROI, and I'm not calling out Coke at all. Coke is an amazing handicapper at multiple sports. But the point is that when guys have those big long shots that come in and pay at that level, that's not something that I release for my clients, basically ever. So there are some cappers certainly that are going to have a big ROI, but it's going to come in fits and spurts. You're going to get a big chunk. Other cappers are going to be more slow and steady wins the race. So that's just something to be aware of when you're looking at ROI numbers. Marco?
one quick thing, the other side of the coin of that is those guys are never going to be anywhere to be found in the win percentage categories. Those type of guys are generally going to have, oh my God, he's only hitting 40%. Well, it's because you have all of those smaller plays that you're taking the big shots with. So that's why win percentage definitely is the least valuable of all. And yes, you're going to have those big swings with guys that play golf, futures for, if you're somebody that's going to tie your money up on who's going to win the Super Bowl for 6 months or whatever, and you do hit those longer shots that happen. Yes, I agree with you 100%, Teddy.